Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you can hear me. Welcome to Rise Above All Odds, guys. So, today we are going to address what's on many minds about Ash Mufara, on passive, and now this new chapter called Victory with Ash. I just want to know upfront this is that, listen, guys, this is all about perspective, it's all about patience, it's all about purpose. I just want us to talk about why you don't need to be frustrated, why Ash's vision has not changed, and why this is a time for us to rise above all odds together with Ash and his team. I know that everybody listening to me now are people who have been here every day. So if I'm addressing anybody here, it's not like I'm talking especially to people who went away and they're beginning to come back now. So when you come back, you cannot bring frustration with you. What you want to do is sit down and learn. Try to go back and do some revision and get yourself up to date instead of being frustrated, right? So the topic says, why did Ash decide to put on passive on hold? As much as we think that on passive is an old, we know that it's an old business because we are moving over. We'll not stop mentioning it once in a while until we're totally done, especially with those who are pulling us behind. So think about it, guys. Every great moment at all in history has always faced challenges. They don't just wake up one morning, start something, and walk on a straight path until they get to where they are. So what set them apart is not actually it's never been the challenges, but how they responded to these challenges. So today, you and I are called to respond differently, right? We know how much this whole movement has been through. The leadership has been strong and resilient, and so should we be, right? If you ask me, why did Ash put on passive on hold? Sometimes a vehicle changes, right? The vehicle can change, but the destination remains the same. So Ash faced all these challenges with on passive platform, and as a visionary, what did he do? He made a bold decision. Instead of dragging everyone through endless delays and frustrations and all of those things, he said, okay, I'm putting a stop to it. Why was he doing that? He's doing that to build something fresh. That is where we're heading to now, to the new fresh land, to the new fresh home, right? Something stronger, something sustainable, something that and all doing all of those things, it takes courage. It takes courage because we know what Ash has gone through, and especially given that he had the choice to not continue, but he thought that no, I really wanted. I asked my people to wait for me, and then they trusted in me and waited for me. I'm keeping this one here and getting me a new one because we still have to go. The vehicle has changed, but the destination has not changed. The destination remains the same. So it's just like a builder realizing the foundation has cracks. What do? A wise builder will not just continue stacking the bricks. He first of all clears the ground and lays a new foundation, new solid foundation. That is exactly what is happening right now with Ash Mufara, because he could have continued, putting stuff on top of whatever happened, all the mess that we know about the old business, about the old platform. He says, no, I'm not closing it down, but I'm leaving it here for reference, because he said he will still leave it open for communications purposes. However, we are moving to this brand new platform as a new man. I don't know, this keeps taking me to the Bible. The old has gone and the new, all is become new again, right? So we're moving into a new place as a new man, everything new. Anything that happened in the old business, it stays there. It's old, but it's waiting there. Whatever will happen to it could only be later on. Maybe Ash wants us to settle in business first before he comes back and say, what can we do with this? So we don't need to ask a lot of questions and then set doubts and then criticisms and all of those things. It's not taking us anywhere. Other people are asking, why start something new? Are you sure this is going to be different? If you think it's not going to be different, it's a matter of choice anyway. I says it's not everybody who's going to come with him. If you think this is me now, if you think it's not going to be different, then come on, you don't have anything to lose. Don't come with us. But some of us are very, very excited. Why build something new? What start something new where you had a marvelous thing like what we had in our hands called on passive? True leaders don't quit, they adapt. And that is Mufara for us, right? Ash is not abandoning the vision. What he's doing is just changing it, like total transformation. He's just upgraded it. That's why he says whatever is coming now is way more beautiful, bigger than we can ever imagine. Victory with Ash is not a replacement of the dream. It's actually a rebirth of that dream. So that's why we call it something totally new. It's not that dream, but it's just a rebirth and it's different, right? So it's just the same mission, the same heartbeat, and what's the heartbeat? What's the heart of Mr. Mufare? To uplift humanity. Nothing has changed, So sometimes the seed must die before the plant can grow. That is what's happening here. And passive was the seed, and now victory with Ash is the sprout pushing through the soil. This paints a beautiful picture, doesn't it, guys? And if we hear this and we're not excited, so what are we doing here? So those who have woken up from sleep, you need to sit up for a while and do a bit of groundwork. Watch a few videos here and there. Watch the video of Mr. Bufaro last weekend. Watch it over and over and over and over until you understand a few things you don't understand. Come back and ask, and then go out there and see what people are doing by breaking it down and interpreting it slowly and gently so that everybody would get the hang of it. And it's working because people who are following up, they have already done their registrations. Congratulations if you've already successfully done your registration. Good job for you. If you have already reminded your friends and family and they've also done their registrations, congratulations. That's what we want. So instead of mourning, what feels paused, let's celebrate what is about to bloom, right? If the other one is paused, it's on hold, and you see it already, the sprouts are coming up and it's about to bloom and make news around the world. That is what we should all focus on, right? Let's focus on victory with Ash and see where it takes us to. Why should I be patient when I've already been patient since 2018? Depending when you joined. And people who are not patient are actually people who were not here with us, they just came, they just came a few minutes ago, but then they're a bit more so impatient. And I'm just worried for them. Because for those of us who have been here, it feels like I'm freezing, guys. Can you hear me well though? Let me know. If you can hear me, just say, give me thumbs up, or you say yes, or so that I should be sure, because it looks like I'm freezing. I don't know if that I'm just talking to myself here the whole time, guys. So kindly let me know, please. So we just need to go on, right? So I was trying to ask myself or ask everybody. This question goes to everybody. I think everybody should ask themselves, why should I be patient? Why? Because patience teaches us. Patience is actually, it's not passive, it's an active trust. So when you are patient, you are not just sitting, you are actively trusting the process. You are trusting the leadership in place. You're trusting Mr. Mufara because he says, take my word for it, I'll be right back. Take my word for it. What I've got in front of me now is a million times much better than what you saw the last time. Patience pays. And I believe some of us are going to be paid bountifully for just being patient and waiting while he does the heavy duty, the heavy lifting for us. Frustration comes when we want the fruit before the seed, has to be to grow. The seed has been growing and all of those things. We just need to follow due process. You cannot skip any of the steps. You cannot just start from the shoots, from the sprouts, and then the next day you get blooms and then you get fruit. No, but patience is power, because what does it do is trusting the process. That is what patience is all about. Every instruction that Ash gives is like watering the plant, right? So let's just stop. If we stop watering the plant, what will happen? It will kill the dream. So we would have been wasting our own time. So Ash waters the ground with sprinkles. He just drops enough quantity of water that will survive the plant, because you know that if you put a lot of water, you will kill this plant. So let's take it in those bits and not take it way too far, because people ask questions that even while within the victory with Ash, we would not yet be asking. People takes it far beyond because we are not just patient. I think that everything is going well, everything is moving well. The only thing that should be making news now is I have registered, I have submitted my application. I have reminded a few people and they got up and got interested. Because when I go reminding people, I ask them, I explain to them a bit patiently again, because it really hurts that you have to explain. But sometimes we do it for the sake of, if we know what Ash is all about. We are not persuading. I'm not trying to convince somebody. I just explain in plain terms that this is where we are now from where we were. And so if you are interested and you think that you are happy to put in the work to do what Ash is taking us into the study, into the information hub to do, then you can go ahead and apply and submit the application. But if you think that it's not for you, it's fine. You stay, because we don't have room for people who just come and idle and do nothing and then expect passive income because it's passive income. That is not how it works. Passive income means you put up work, so much work at the beginning. When it starts yielding fruit, that is when you go to bed and sleep, make money while you sleep, right? So one of the things I feel, some people who are just coming out, they're like, I feel left behind because I was not updating myself, right? The good news here is the past does not disqualify you, right? But commitment today does. If you are commitment now, every other thing that you have left behind, thanks be to God, people who were not here, right? Everything that you would have missed is left in the old system. So if you stand up this minute and get committed and go to work and do just that which Ash wants us to do, one step at a time, you are then not missing out on anything much. You are just in line, you are just in time. So let's do that if you really want to, because you don't have to. What we would not like to have is carry somebody along and then they get out there and become a couch potato. There's no room for that. Excuse my language. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If I said that, it sounds bad. All right. I didn't mean to come across as such. Maybe you missed messages. Maybe you didn't follow closely. But here's the good news. You are still included as I speak. If you wake up now and clean your eyes and say, oh, this is where we are. This sounds interesting. I'm coming with you. Come with us. Come. Come with us if you are ready to roll your sleeves and do the work that Ash is going to help us do. Ash says he's going to supply us with tools that will help us to maximize our businesses and our chances of success. Who does not want that? Where have you seen that before now? I have never seen it before. But if you've seen it, let us know. Hi, just put your hands. I did see it, and this is where it took me to, and then we'll appreciate that. Ash is giving us all of us another chance, another door to walk through, right? And the key now is to listen. Very tiny things, soft skills. Listen, that's it. Follow instructions, that's it. Walk in unity, that is very powerful. That is very, very important. There was a powerful statement he made last Saturday that we don't have to agree in everything as families or as groups that we've been existing together, but then we can still work together even though we share different opinions, because we respect each other's opinions and say, I know you don't agree with this, and the other one, we find a middle point and then we work on together. So you still have a seat at the table if you really want to. If you don't want, fine, choice is yours. So guys, what I'm doing is I just appeal that for those of us who are already here, we're just hearing this. What helps us is that when we hear it over and over and over, it's ringing in our systems, we don't have room for distractions. But if we find it important too, we can help share, just hoping that some other person finds it important too and maybe wakes up, so that tomorrow they don't come knocking and disturbing. But there'll come a time when we say, no, don't disturb. That would be it. Nobody would disturb us, right? And somebody is like, how can I trust the vision? These are questions that have been coming. I'm just like, really? I still do not blame you. You can't trust it because you've not been updating yourself. Look at the track record of the visionary himself, Mr. Ash Mufare. He's always been clear in anything that he does. It's not about him. That is the clarity in Ash. It's about who? Humanity. It's about you and myself. empowering you, empowering me, such that we go out there and sow the seed and get it going on and on and on until it touches the ends of the earth. How beautiful is that? How do you find it difficult to trust somebody who wants to help a people, who wants to help everybody, just anybody at all? That has not changed. That has always been the vision from the very, very first day. It has not changed. If we've changed the vehicle, it's because it was lagging us behind and wasting time and making us stay behind there longer than we would have loved to. So we get a brand new vehicle so that it goes faster and we get home, we land on time and get the job done. So if the heart behind the vision is the same, then the direction is still trustworthy. 100% to some of us, 1000% to some of us. We trust this thing like crazy. Unfortunately for you, who doesn't trust, fine. But we, myself here, and people who come here every blessed day to do this and on other platforms, we do trust. That's why we are still here, right? So trust is actually built on consistency of purpose, right? And Ash has been consistent in wanting to uplift humanity. He's never changed. If you are making contributions, no matter whatever thing you are saying, when you mention humanity, you lighten up his face so like instantly. Ash brightens up like pew because he likes to hear that helping somebody. That's his thing. So the proof of a true leader is not perfection, but persistence. And I think that Ash has been persistent in his mission. All we can do is trust him, trust the process, and move on along with him. Because this is actually a privilege to some of us, right? So I don't know what others think, but this is way, way, way to go. So guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep going because we cannot miss out on this. So now it's not the time to scatter or to complain. Now it's the time to do what? To unify, to come together. The same way that, like, if you know how a choir sounds powerful when every voice follows the conductor. If you've ever been a choir or you've seen one, right? We too, yeah, we till we create harmony. When we follow the instructions given, nothing will happen. So we can go, let's just do something. Do your part, let me do mine, then we'll see the harmony, everything just falling in place, and we all will be happy about what we are doing, guys. So here's what I want, like, for us to do or to take home or to share, so that people who have not been updated, they take home. Stay connected. This is key, guys, because Ash will be dropping information day in, day out. I don't know what will be happening after the 10th of October. Not yet submitted your application, there is still time. If you think that your brother or your sister has not submitted and you're worried about them, give them a bit of education. I say I know where this is going to, that know what will happen if I listen to them, ignore anything they are saying that hurts me, and explain to them and still give them the choice. Because when they finally understand, they say, all right, I think I get you. I'm coming with you. But then if you don't get me, I'm happy. I have my peace of mind that I've tried to explain to you. I'm not supposed to, but I do it for the sake of Ash, because Ash, everybody that surrounds Ash is not, Ash does not love everybody that surrounds him because people have hurt him, but he's happy to help everybody. So from there, we just say, all right, we can do a bit too. So we need to stay committed, because victory with Ash is not just a project, it's a movement, it's a new community. So we need to stay committed, do that thing that he's asking us to do, and that would be it. So, guys, I'm just reminding us all, the vision has not changed. The mission is still to uplift humanity. And you, my friend, you are part of that mission. Be proud of yourself. Take the baton and move. This is the Great Commission. God is sending us to do that great task through Ash Mufara, right? So together, what we will rise above all the odds, and together we will see victory. We will see the promised land. How about that? Think about it. This is really something good for us. So thank you guys for joining today's live session. I appreciate you all for joining and for the support. And if you found this message uplifting, do not keep it to yourself. It's not for you because you're already here. It's for the person that is not coming but is moaning behind there and not even care, does not care to come here and get information. Kindly like and share, and of course, subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's keep spreading hope, patience, and of course, unity, guys. Until next time, stay strong, stay faithful, and always rise above all odds, guys. We are on the right footing, we're on the right path, and before you know it, people shall be celebrating us. So we're just happy. Let me see what let me see. Let me give a few shout outs. Hi, Diona Chotes. Grateful for this opportunity. Indeed, indeed. Me too. I'm very grateful. I am. Yeah. Hello, Sister Cynthia. Thank you for joining. Oh, what's happening? My laptop is not behaving well at all. I hope that. Hi, Birgit. Wie geht es dir heute? All right. Okay. My laptop is just freezing, guys. I hope that I was not talking to myself. So, however, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Birgit says bye, goodbye, goodbye. God bless. Thank you and see you soon, guys. Bye.